When we last left the poppy, disaster struck. Dun dun dun. Well, welcome back to Poppy's Publishing. I am the Poppy, Alex, bringing you the process of how I publish my kids' books. Meow Meow, my character. And, yes, the last video was a cliffhanger, right? I ran into a major snag. I put my ISBN onto KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, Amazon's self-publishing site. And what happened? Before I knew it, the book size I wanted, 11 by 8.5, was not available. So what do you do? What do you do? So what do you do? Here's what you do, Bones. You give up. Yeah, that's it. Give up. No, that's not my motto. What is my motto? Find a way. Gotta find a way to get through this. I think my big motivator is if I had to go look my granddaughter or niece in the eye, and they knew I was making these books, and they asked me, what happened to your books? And I would say, I just gave up. That'd be a bitter pill to swallow. And what kind of poppy would I be, uncle, if I showed them that I gave up so easily? What kind of life lesson is that? And yet, I still had to find a way. So what do I do? I really wanted to publish a book in 11 by 8.5. But I can't do it on KDP. So what's the only options? I look at the other option to publish, which I think I alluded to in the previous video. Instead of hardcover, there's paperback. Okay. So I checked out paperback, and at the time they had an option of 8.5 by 8.5. Well, that could work. My true vision is 11 by 8.5, but if I shave off 3 inches, actually it's 10.5 inches. Will that make much of a difference? Well, wait. The book was already formatted in Clip Studio Paint for 11 by 8.5. Well, what do? You go back to the drawing board, so to speak. So, what I'm about to show you is what I had to do. Go back to Clip Studio Paint and find a way to resize everything to fit this 8.5 by 8.5 format, because I really wanted to get it onto Amazon, and I thought KDP was the only way. This is a very important clue for much later on in this process. Future video. But at the time, I felt, well, this paperback is my only way of getting it on Amazon. So I better do it. And resize the entire book. Some pages were a little more challenging, as you're about to see. So, let's go back in time and go to the screen and take you back to Clip Studio Paint and show you what I had to do to get this into this. Yep, this is what was the end result. So without further ado, here we go. So here we are back in good old Clip Studio Paint. I brought up page 5 of Meow Meow and the Lost Doggy. Brought in my border. See how lovely everything's bordered in. I have the text right on the line. So this is the 11 by 8.5, obviously, and I have to now make it 8.5 by 8.5. So how do you do that, Poppy? Funny you should ask. We go over to Edit, and down here you'll see canvas properties and change canvas size. Either one of these can do it. I'm just going to go with canvas size because it's right there. So, and it's still in inches. We're not doing pixels, so make sure it's on inches. Obviously, you'll know because this is where I'm at. You can scroll up and down, do it that way, or put it in yourself. 8.5 and hit OK. The frames will be deleted. Do you want to proceed? Okay. Well, Poppy, what are you going to do here? Look at this. You're cutting off your trees. Stuff doesn't look right here. What are you going to do, man? Yes. What am I going to do? Well, the most important thing is to not panic, kids. Yep. Realize things have to be moved around a bit. And let's start with the text. The text is probably the most... Actually, you know what I really should start with? Is that good old border settings. Since it got rid of the originals, now we have to change it. Boy. Default border. Well, we have to make it basically 7.5 by 7.5. I'll keep that. And just hit OK. Everything I think should stay the same. So there you know. That's what's got to fit in that frame. What? Yep. So what do we do, man? I'm not sure where I started last time. I think I might have started with the text. You have to select your text box here. And I think if you select, there you go. Then you have to... I'm not sure what I did. I think I dragged it over because I know I want it to fit. I don't know if I made it smaller or what have you. I might have. Yeah, that's all fine and good, Poppy, but what about the rest of this thing? Good question, my friends. What do I do now? Selecting everything that's... All right, let's see. I'm going to pull out. Start shrinking. Like I said, it has been forever since I did this. I'm not even 100% sure this is how I did it. Maybe. Then you hit OK. See if it does its thing. Things fit. Let me go back to this. And I'm going to bring up the PDF I have of this page the way it was printed, because I don't have the Clip Studio files of these anymore. I just duplicated the 11 by 8.5 and made it this just for this video. So you're very special. This is a special treat. I'm just going to shrink that a bit. So that gives you a rough idea. Let me just see. I'm going to get rid of the border so everything looks like it's in frame. Let me see what I did. So this was the PNG file I did of it at the time. Pretty close, actually. Text is a little off, but I think I stretched it out, which is fine. You know, this was not the plan. And this is all I knew what to do to fix it. I had to resize everything. Let's get rid of this. Let's compare. Wow. Yeah, there's the 11 by 8.5. And here's 8.5 by 8.5. Yeah. This is nuts. Which one do you prefer? You got to get the same essence, but I had to move things around a little bit. Not too much. Well, let me show you more weird things that had to happen. This one really got me. See? You can already tell that Meow Meow's right to the edge of the screen here. Nice wide shot of the town. So you know I had to move some stuff around. Well, I sure did. Look at this. The 8.5 version. Look at that. I had to put Meow Meow and Buddy Flying just over some of the houses. See the flying lines are going over the houses. They're a little more over them instead of overlooking it from a distance. And of course I had to bunch the text up here and even shave off some of the house there. I think I completely cut out this house, as you can see. Ooh, brother. Not fun. Let me show you another one. The scene where Buddy's running out into the street after the squirrel. I like the composition. She's over here. You kind of get the idea. There's just this nice flow. But P&G, we had to put Melanie a little bit more above them. And the dialogue had to be pushed up. Which kind of, this scene has a nice composition. But here I had to do this. Move the dialogue and text up here more. And I think I pushed Melanie. Yeah, I pushed Melanie out more. So she's right above Buddy as before she's just kind of on the tail end of him. Yep. One more. Let's show you page 24. You can see there's a lot going on here. We've got 3 things going on with Meow Meow and Buddy, and then Buddy behind the fence looking at the squirrel and then jumping out after the squirrel. So you already can tell. See, I filled out everything in this big widescreen format. But here I had to finagle things a little bit. Well, this didn't seem to change too much on the top, but I had to add more fence, as you can see. So it ended up showing more of this and the top of the fence. As opposed to here. Just, I don't know why. I think I had to, as you can see, move a lot of stuff around. Even here, the text is right over the gate. As opposed to just editing the gate out. And there you have it, just some samples of converting lovely 11 by 8.5 to 8.5 by 8.5. This was my solution. What's my motto? Find a way. Which is what I had to do here. And I had to do that with every single page. Oy vey. Some of these you can see were a little more challenging than others. So yeah, I had to do an entire 30-plus page book again. So you could imagine my frustration. I had done the whole book. It's done. Now I had to redo it again. Just differently. Oh, I do not recommend that, kids. When you come to publishing your book, decide on a format. But you're like, Poppy, you had to do it this way, didn't you? Well, not necessarily. Well, we'll get into that in the future video because I had another solution breakthrough later on. Well, that's really it. My weird way of having to fix it. And I ended up, if you can see here, I saved it as 5A. This way I knew that anything that was A were all the 8.5 by 8.5 pages. It helped me. This is how I had to resize the whole first book to upload to KDP. Yay! And so that's how we got this. When you do paperback, you don't even have a spine. It's not really necessary, but you'll see the book is paperbacky and available on Amazon this way. So if you want your copies, you can always go to poppyspublishing.com, follow the links and get the books there. And also, if you want Clip Studio Paint, click on the affiliate link below. I'll make a little commission if you get it through there. Appreciate it. It's a great program to use for your digital art. So I will see you soon on the next video on more of my self-publishing tips and tricks to get you through this. We're in this together, and I hope this helps drop me a line if you have any questions. Hopefully I can answer them and help you avoid some of these mistakes that I made and some things that I did that you might not know about. All right. Cool deal. Thanks for tuning in to this segment of Puppies Publishing, Making My Kids Book. See you in the next video. Hasta la boom boom.